Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are playing the Turing Test, which doesn't have a... What is with games this year in not having the title on the main screen of on the title screen? Whatever. Hopefully this is fine. I just checked it, like, the graphics are all set to ultra, so we'll see how this runs. I might need to lower graphics and stuff. I have limited knowledge of this. I think it's like a puzzle game with like AI, theming, and stuff like that. So like all the good stuff. Gotta love a good puzzle game. Alright. I was just about to say maybe we cut there, but no. I immediately let it. Alright.
Morning, Eva. Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA. We lost contact with the ground crew 450 hours ago. We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any response.
Okay, wait, can I... Is there not subtitles? Oh no, there they are.
We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
Okay, I did turn... Yep. Okay. So I'm going to turn up voice volume. I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit. Alright. So, here we are then. We need to go establish communications or something, I don't know. User error. That's a fantastic sign. Because that means they're dead. I know I'm like adjusting loads of stuff. Okay, cool. ID 44 not found. Great. Crew lobby. Oh gosh. Everything is locked down from the looks of things. Tom, touch OS. Oh, what if I don't want to touch Tom?
Pick up your EMT. It's on the side. Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
Alright. Another office that's actually open. The laptop that's off. Alright. This is never like... This is totally not ominous at all. Open up. Okay.
What's the ship's status?
I have performed the
My
necessary
ladder!
checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
Europa, like, are we in orbit of Europa? Subtitles just aren't working, I guess. That's unfortunate. I like to have them on just because I can miss things. dialogue, but whatever. Classic space station vibes.
Bay 3.
Let's see. Docking bay 3-2. The red is concerning. I'm assuming this is the only one. So we have to manually go down. Jeez, this is fine.
Retro,
That was lately.
Go.
Fido,
Go.
guidance,
Go.
control,
Go.
telcom.
Go.
Then we are go for launch initiating.
Separate.
Oh yeah, we are just
Engaging
around.
retrofire.
Okay, because
I'm
that's
running the
Jupiter,
program
so we are
80
in
degree delta pitch to
Europa.
88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good. 502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late. Go.
Full retrograde.
Okay. Making a difficult landing. Is Europa not just like a ball of ice? What are we doing here?
Open the door.
Welcome to Europa.
Or, as the Star Wars people like to say, welcome to Hoth. The jumping is too realistic. I don't like it. Okay, I can sprint. I don't like that, like, because obviously that is straight. But looking like that makes this look like a level hallway, but it's not, and that throws me off. Because everything's angled. I think that we didn't hit a loading screen throughout that entire thing is interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I think we're going on here to reestablish connection or something, I think. I don't know. Okay. Okay.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Thera Macula.
Okay, so it's
It appears
portal.
the ground team have manipulated these modules. The base was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
Makes sense.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis. These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
Right. I thought that was glass. Ladders are a bit of a pain, but I guess they don't want them to work like source ladders. Alright. Puzzles aren't too bad. All kind of in the vein of Portal.
They really have completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage, but they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Okay, that was a bit funky. Mostly just teaching game mechanics, I think. Where you pick up cube, put cube in thing, move cube, have power. All sort of your standard. So I should emphasize, I haven't played this game before. I know I'm breezing through the puzzles, but like.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
Right. So, Tom has lost control. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that's such an obvious solution. Why did that take me so long?
If this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning.
Okay, so we can't find the crew.
Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
Oh. Let me just leave with them. Alright. Have one of my cubes. Alright. It's one of the sources of power. And the other one is there. One that's sometimes on.
This doesn't add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
Okay. Okay, so people of this base have set up Turing tests so the AI can't get in. And so we are breaking in despite the fact that they've explicitly locked out the AI.
My instance has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have two instances of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the two instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these memories. Conflicts.
Right. So there's two Tom. So Tom's in half, and he's trying to merge the two versions of himself to understand what happened. And there's inconsistencies between the two, which is making things difficult and more complicated. Alright. I really hope I cut down
This is the command
puzzle.
center. You can check on the crew status from here.
Alright. Alright. That's not working. Great. Oh. Lost signal. That the fact that that's vitals data. Signal 0, location unknown. Oh, great. Signal 0, location unknown. Signal location exterior. Last known location crew quarters. Body temperature minus 160 Celsius. Yeah, that dude's dead. Sarah Brooke, location unknown, last known crew quarters. That's me. So yeah, Chris is dead. Everyone else is unknown. Because yeah, you're outside and frozen to death from the sounds of it. Radio. Mug. Paper. Tag. Right. Group of base modules. Crew 4, status damaged. Repair disabled. Ooh, that's not good. Drilling platform operational. Oh, so we're drilling. That's why we're here. I was gonna say, like, this can't be a colony. Roper loading bay. Status compromised. Transfer material unknown. Crew transfers unknown. Signal interrupted. Right. So something happened here. Fortuna. Start with the various moons. Jupiter. Okay, I know stuff about planets and stuff. Okay. So, probably at least 2 people are dead. Complete chapter 1! Yay! Yeah, that one dude who's like body temperature's minus like 160 Celsius is so dead. like there's like very little ways there's no logical way you could survive that unless you flash froze and we can and you were in like cryo or something, but like even then that's not even
What
logically
condition should I
possible.
expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
I love the casual just like, oh yeah, Chris is dead by the way. Yeah, so
Could
we would have
take
been
a
told
more
that.
direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Alright. There we go. That means we can retrieve that. I don't like the ladders. I feel like the interact window for them is too far away. Oh. Okay, me being smart was not smart. Alright. So, people are dead. We're only expecting to actually find 2 people here, which is depressing. Because one person's missing, who is probably the one who was static. And then Chris freaking died in the cold outside from the sounds of it. Wonder if the missing dude was the one who's... It said the pod was weird in the station.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
Right. I mean, and assuming that snow up there is H2O, then just need to purify that to get water. Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay, there's a ladder, that's how. There we go. Alright, going up. Actually, no, wait, no. What am I doing? Move that. Just have that over where the bridge is gonna go. Alright. Another puzzle done.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
That's funky. Oh, that's something outside of the... Where's the... Oh, right, that was there, so I can't access that yet. Oh, wait, do I just need one for now. Ah, okay, there we go. Now we're in these weird back tunnels, which we need 2 for. Okay, yep, we need to do this stuff again, where we need to, actually, just need this. We need that to then run over here. Now we're in the back rooms, and there we go. Guess that's our progress.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Okay, wait, I need... Right. Okay. I know what I need to do. I need you. Go in there. So I can switch that again. That's fine. Alright. And then switch that back. Get that. And then that. So I have... Because the movable ones are always going to be better. The thing is... I'm still missing one. Oh, I see what I need to do. I need to have that so I can hold this one and retrieve that. There we go. And there we go. And then I get that. And then I get that. So, in the round ones are where only the energy can go. Okay. Got this. This again. Okay, that's... Okay, that's weird. When it detects me moving. Okay, I don't think I can do that yet.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Right, so he's a self-learning, self-taught
Have you heard of the Turing Test, Ava?
AI.
It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing Test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing Test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
So, Tom is saying that he would pass the turn. Granted, I think overall, I think in modern day there's a lot of AI a lot of just random AI that would just pass the Turing test because of how we've developed them. Granted, that's not to say there aren't extremely obvious surefire like ways to tell that something is an AI, because there are like AI in conversation and like for the most part they'll have patterns and all that. Like they act similar ways no matter what for the most part. It just depends on how well you can make them pretend is really the name of the game with artificial intelligence. It's how well can they pretend to be a person.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. So
in the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
I don't understand this. Like, where am I supposed? What am I supposed to be? Oh. There we go. Took me a second to figure that out.
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Right. Alright. So is the reveal gonna be that my character is a machine going through the Turing test? To, like, act like a human? And so, like, this whole thing is, like, about how... Or, at the very least, it might be that, like, oh, it's... because Tom is, like, Tom did something and it's making... And you go through it, and because Tom can't physically complete the puzzles, so it's... he's making you do it, and... Laser puzzles. We're playing Portal.
This is the crew's quarters.
Ooh.
It looks abandoned.
Right. Believe that's Chris. No, that's Daniel, who's the one who's gone missing. Wash closet, which is... I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Right. I wonder if they just went mad. Chris. Just a bed. Kids. Christopher McLean, a hit flask. Computer's not working. Geode. Baseball. Kids. Drilling reports. So he on a roll here. Routine inspection. Operation paused. So classification unclassified. So at the very end, there was an audio log and there was an audio log, and then the operations were paused. Can't turn on his tablet. Meds. Right, so there must be a audio. log somewhere from him. Okay. The same biotics. Biology science. Cross. Can't even turn on her computer. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter as you no longer reside in my mind. I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contribution to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interests lie in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world would be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion system. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as a one-line equation. I'm not even going to try to parse that. I'm no mathematician, however, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse, however, also react with each other during the process. I'm sure what this sounds strange to you, or at the very least tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got spots, how the zebra got stripes, but my real interest here is Turing's interest. That nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine. I am not sure that it is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe those feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If a human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as any other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature would create, through the mechanisms of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we were all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. Humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think, Sarah. Handheld thing. Right. Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. Okay. So she just packed up. Soichi, Yui, Mikhail. Mikhail first. Open first aid kit. Stuff is packed up. Oh, a syringe, an open first aid kit, picture of a dog, meds, a paintbrush, paint. Ooh, a log. Cool. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge. I am concerned this was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform According to ISA, reported the incident to ISA. They offered an explanation of They thought it was an electrical disturbance that affected our nervous system. If that happened, then we would feel a lot more than being ill. March 8th. Electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ISA has reported to inform me that I'm not to disturb the implant. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. I can't read Russian. I'm continuing to investigate. 11th, I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. 16th, I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities in regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire from the crew. Misinformation. 26th, I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I don't grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I'm not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it's trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove the implant. April 4th. I'm typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I've successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. The organism? If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. They found a what now? Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I'm a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the break. I'm going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. April 7th. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It's a complex computer. It interferes with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with the motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It's my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact, perhaps a drug. Riluzole? Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with the strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of those industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. April 8th. I've managed to get Chris on my side. He's agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It'll be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening. And that's probably what killed Chris. All the medical stuff, syringes. A bottle of morphine. Right. Just so much meds. Is he the... Yeah, he's the doctor. So, hence all the meds and stuff. And painting. So, everyone has implants, which is... Okay, so it is that we're kind of computers, because we're, like... We have computer implants. Okay, someone else has just left their bed like that. Okay. Dr. Soichi Yui. Soichi Yui. a watch that, that actually is still working. Violin. Motion sickness relief, right. Yeah, everyone has this Rilazul stuff now. Wedding band. He's got 2 things. With emails. To Matthew Layton at ISA from Suiji. Hi Matthew, we've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pilus formation. We hypothesize that this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with the organism 119 and perform radiation experiments with flows. What? Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Okay. It's great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. It might be looking at as it survives high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at these other things. Produces pill in response to radiation, uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar method. Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives roughly 5.4 SV a day, over 100,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved to such high resistance to radiation is a necessity for survival. That said, the radiation beneath a thermomecular is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with itometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi Matthew, we have attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on those cell lines. We propose aiming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think? We've now run the irradiation experiments and confirmed that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. And C attached. We assume that survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GF. So they found an organism that's resistant to radiation. Hi Soichi, something's amiss. Oh, so there's 2 from Matthew. Soichi. Something's amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know how E. radiophilus could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with E. radiophilus, perhaps a virus? We ran a PCR on human cells exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there's a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus, which we have named Unknown Europa Virus, UEV. Gel electro... Oh, no. So this is phenomenal. We need to sequence this. We finished sequencing it. Data attached. It is a virus unlike any we have ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for... assassinate. A form of biological immortality. We're running some long-term tests on... Okay. Right. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. We're going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate the process. Right, so they found a virus underneath Europa and are like, we're going to put it in ourselves. Right. There's all kinds of messed up in this place. So, what have you found then? Found, Oh, from Chris. From Chris. We found an extremophile, an organism that can live in extreme conditions that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. The extremophile has a virus living inside of it. It scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the DNA of the extremophile. Essentially, they work together to survive in what is called a symbiotic relationship. So what's the implication? It seems it is an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. The organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging, what is known as sentience. So you found something that could make humans immortal. Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It would not save you from trauma, brain damage, cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases. Oh, shit. So they found immortality, potentially. They found a weird organism. They have implants that are making them computers. I think they're all going mad and none of this is real. Like... And I think that's where we're gonna call it. Because that was a lot of reading. Yeah, I want to keep up with this, I think. We'll do another video on this. Maybe outside of the 12 videos. But, yeah. But for now, that has been me, and that has been the Turing Test. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye now.